Hey guys, the Terminator 360 here, and today we'll be speed building and reviewing the LEGO Ninjago Fire Stone Mech. This is a really cool set and I'm excited to build it, but sadly it has many issues, which we will talk about when we get into the review. This is LEGO set number 71720. It's for ages 9 plus and has 968 pieces. One of the issues I was talking about is the minifigure selection. By itself, it's great. You get 3 of the Ninja, Kai, Cole, and Nia, and you get 2 months. But they're not the minifigure selection for this set. This is the Earth Mech, which means only an elemental master of Earth could pilot it. So I have no idea why Kai's in the cockpit. You'll see a second when we turn to the back. And Cole wasn't even with Kai and Nia in the months when he found this mech. He was with Sensei Wu and Princess Vanya, so those two should have been included. Maybe not because there were other sets, but what they really missed out on was putting the Downly in this set. They were a group Cole was with when he was exploring the dungeons of Shintaro that were stuck down there, and they never made the minifigures, and they were with him when they found this set. So this is such a missed opportunity. It would have added to minifigure collections and made it more accurate. So now on the back, you can see what I was talking about. Kai's in the cockpit, and it doesn't have a part to the Season 13 board game. So instead of having the special box design on the back, it just has a regular one. Then you have 3 awesome features, which you can see in the cutouts. And I think this is actually going to have competition of Lloyd's Titan Mech to be one of my favorite Ninjago mechs. So now, let's open this up. This set has a total of 8 bags, which is what we usually get for these 800, 900 piece sets. All of the Season 13 sets so far have kids go free to Legoland, so that's something to look forward to. Then you have an awesome instructions booklet with some stickers. So now, let's build this. first category in this comparison will be the minifigures. On the left, you have the minifigures from the Fire Stone Mech, and on the right, you have the minifigures from Lloyd's Titan Mech. Both of them have great figure selections for what they are. I've already stated my complaints for the Fire Stone Mech minifigures. They're great figures to get, but totally inaccurate for this set. Now that differs in Lloyd's Titan Mech in that it's Lloyd's mech, so of course Lloyd's in it. And you get almost the entire ice army, which is great. And the only inaccurate figure here is Zane, which by the way I added the shoulder pad for more accuracy, since at this point of the timeline he was the Ice Emperor. And I know I said in Lloyd's Titan Mech review that I didn't like the Season 11 minifigure, but because it's been used in the show so often, it is starting to grow on me, and I'm starting to actually really like it. So with having all this said, I would say they're both pretty good figure selections for what they are, but the point would definitely have to go to Lloyd's Titan Mech. Now the second category of this comparison is basically how they look and how they work as a display piece. They are basically the same height, exactly the same height. Lloyd's Titan Mech looks a lot taller because of this detachable jet, which we will take a look at in the review. The heads. The Fire Stone Mech definitely takes the cake for better head, because instead of this brick built thing, the main part is this shield with a logo on it. But Lloyd's Titan Mech is pretty choppy and brick built, and in my opinion, kind of looks like a chicken. The cockpits and torsos, this one eats a lot less, so it's thinner. And this one is thicker because it's supposed to hold 2 people in there. That's more of a review thing, but it's just why it's bigger for the looks. It also has this cool magma. And the standout on Lloyd's Titan Mech's torso is Lloyd's logo right in front of the cockpit. The legs, definitely better on the Fire Stone Mech also. They are much more sturdier, and when you feel it and see it, much thicker. And then you also have these knee pads, one of which is a really cool printed rock, and one of which is a flat piece with a sticker. And Lloyd's Titan Mech really doesn't have nothing on the knee. Beware of getting kicked there. The feet are not too different. They just kind of match the legs, and they're both pretty good scale based on what the legs are. But these are a lot sturdier because, well, this one's sturdier. On the sides, you can see they have both shoulder pads. The Fire Stone Mech again takes the cake, in which the shoulder pads look a lot better. You can see they are very textured and have a lot of ridges, while Lloyd's Titan Mech only has 2. And you've seen the Fire Stone Mech has 2 colors, gray and red. So, of course, the other side is gray. Lloyd's Titan Mech is the same on the other side. And instead of being textured, it goes down, which is like the Ninja Season 13 armor, where they have one side giant armor and one side just kind of tiny. Lego doesn't really do too much work on the back of the mechs. You can see once you've taken off the jet, you can see all these Technic pieces on Lloyd's Titan Mech. And here, it has this giant gray area. So I'll go back and in my pieces and find red or gray flat to cover that up. And these both look awesome, but Lego definitely has gotten a lot better in their techniques and how they look. So this category goes to the Fire Stone Mech. Third category of this comparison is accuracy. The Fire Stone Mech has a huge problem here. Less than half of it is gray, but the whole thing should be gray because it is Cole's Earth Mech. Now, some could argue it's mostly red on this side because that's when it got drenched in lava, but I'd say no, because if it's supposed to be in that part of the timeline, it should be more orange than red, with some gray cracks shining through. And another one of these big inaccuracies is, for some reason, one of Kai's logos is on the head. In the show, there's nothing on there. So this one is really bad in this category. Oof. Now, Lloyd's Titan Mech, on the other hand, is super show accurate. You have these all the jet on the back is accurate. The shape of the head and the body, the color scheme, everything here is accurate. So it's not even a competition here. This category goes to the Titan Mech. The next category here is the structure. We already talked about this a little bit in the looks category because it affected how it looked. The Fire Stone Mech is much thicker and wider, which gives it obviously more structure. So if you take both mechs from the side here, you can see how skinny Lloyd's Titan Mech is compared to the Fire Stone Mech. And another reason and why it's so structured is because this one is 100 pieces more around, and those pieces are used into the knees because they are the same size. The knees look bent, which took a lot more pieces, and that makes it a lot sturdier, while as Lloyd's Titan Mech used a lot of its pieces that could have been used for stability for this jet. And I've had a problem, I don't know if it's just mine, but this keeps falling off when I'm moving it for different displays. So yeah, the bent knees is really definitely a huge improvement. It makes it a lot sturdier. The arms on this one are also sturdier, and the wrists are thicker. You can see on the side, the wrists are thicker, and they have a stronger connector. You can hear that clanking, but here it just kind of goes in a circle. So the structure would definitely have to go to Fire Stone Mech here. Now for the category we're on now is the features. The Fire Stone Mech is more of a display piece than a playable toy in my opinion, as it doesn't have too many features compared to some other mechs. Of course it has the basic arms go up, arms go down, arms go forward, arms go backward. Then you have the wrists that are pretty maneuverable. This mech has 2 swords, which is a pretty cool thing, that you could pick the colors you want, use one or both. I like that. Another feature that is on the arms are these shoulder pads. They look like just a kind of a display thing, but they're not. You can lift it up, and you can see there are some weapons hiding in there. Pretty awesome thing. Then on the other arm, it's the same thing, but I didn't put any weapons in there to show you guys. The weapons are on little hooks under them. And also on this arm, you have a stud launcher cannon right there. You can see there. And then this one is not firing for some reason, but you can see. Boom. And the legs also go out and in like regular mechs. They can't really go forward or backward because of how structured it is, but you can put them in sort of different positions. Then you have something special, is that the cockpit is made for 2 people. You can see them from the front between the magma, and you lift it up. There's a lot of space in there, so 2 minifigures can be in there, not just one like regular mechs. Okay, so that's the features over here. Lloyd's Titan Mech, on the other hand, is full of features. It's just like the Fire Stone Mech, that the arms can go up, down, but the wrists are a lot more maneuverable. And this is a thing I didn't mention in structure. This keeps falling off. Now it also has the legs that can go out and in, out and in, and this one can walk kind of more since it isn't as structured. The cockpit is only fit for 1 person, as it is Lloyd's Titan Mech. Then you have on the wrist a really cool blade, which I spin with a gear on the back here. And then you just have a regular sword on the other hand. Now where it really pulls its game in the features is the detachable jet. As you saw, it is detachable. These wings can kind of go up and down and basically 360 degrees in any direction. There is a seat here, and then you can see there are not stud shooters, the spring-loaded shooters are sitting back here. So I would have to say, because of this jet, Lloyd's Titan Mech takes the category for features. Okay, now the last category is value. The Fire Stone Mech retails for $69.99 and has 100 more pieces than Lloyd's Titan Mech, which retails for $79.99. Now, some people could argue that price difference is because of the one minifigure in Lloyd's Titan Mech that's extra than the Fire Stone Mech. But yeah, I don't really think that would make it worth that much of a difference because none of the figures are really too rare in either of the sets. So the value definitely goes to the Fire Stone Mech. It has more pieces and retails for less. Okay guys, so I have tallied up the comparison. Lloyd's Titan Mech won 3 categories, which is minifigures, accuracy, and features. And Fire Stone Mech also won 3 categories, looks, structure, and value. So right now they are tied. But overall, I would say it's just what you like better. I'm more of a collector and displayer, so I'd get the Fire Stone Mech because it's strong, good for collections, and sturdy. But if you really like to play with your Lego sets and do all kinds of fun stuff with them, I'd pick Lloyd's Titan Mech. So for me, the overall winner would be the Fire Stone Mech. In the comments, take a look at the six categories: minifigures, looks, accuracy, structures, features, and values, and tell me what your ranking of these 2 would be. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified when I upload future videos. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this. See you next time.